Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector, and welcome to episode 50 of my videos. And to celebrate this occasion, I've brought one of my favorite Optimus Prime figures out from the shelf, and he is here to be reviewed. And this is the 2006 Transformers Classics Optimus Prime Voyager. Well, Voyager class, that is. And yeah, you can probably tell the paint is already starting to chip a little bit. And, well, when I got him, oh man, favorite Transformer ever. Favorite ever. Of all of the Optimus Prime molds that I can say that were made in mass production, this is probably one of my favorites. Say, like, top 3? Yeah, that sounds about right. Top 3. Now, granted, I only have, well, I am missing a few Optimus Primes, and we'll go into that later, but for now, this one is probably in my top 3 favorite Transformer mass production molds. And yeah, he's a awesome cab. Originally, this toy was going to be designed as a deluxe with a trailer built in, or a Voyager with a trailer built in, but they got rid of the trailer, and no, I don't have any of his expansion armors from third-party stuff, and if I did, they would not be part of this review. No, I'm just doing the cab. And very, very nice homage to G1 at the time, because that's supposed to be what this represented. I suppose, a modern rethinking of the original toy. I just can't stop oozing about it. I love this toy. I love it. But, you know, just this nice little blockish truck, which we're going to turn into a awesome robot. So, first, I like to do with the feet. Rotate him up. Like so, and now it's a brick on legs. Truck on legs. There we go. And while I'm thinking about it, you will get a couple moments of silence, not a lot, but I must go get my flashlight for something special during the review. Okay, I'm back with the flashlight, but I'm not going to use it yet. So now you raise it up, and you pull off the smokestacks, set those off to the side, pull off the fin, and pull this assembly down. Try to get that as straight as possible. And then you split these off of the grill. And there's no easy way to really do this. You just have to take time and practice to do it. There's the one arm. And there's the other. And then you take the bumper and fold it up. But no, I'm not quite done yet. Because I have to pull up his head, rotate his entire chest around, not the entire body assembly, but just the chest. At least about halfway. And then take this assembly here, fold it up and around. And now he's in his finished robot mode. Complete with the yellow kneecaps and such. Now, as for that kibble that I took off of him, the fin right here and this thing, there are a couple things you can do with them. If you don't want to display him, if you just want to display him as standing being heroic Optimus Prime, you can just open these little tabs here and take the little tabs on the back, right where my thumbs are, if you can see them, and put them on the holes if you can align them, of course, on the fin. Now, what am I going to do with this thing? Well, there are a couple things you can do. In that mode, you can give him his sort of jetpack. Yes, he can actually store his weapons. Wait, he can store his weapons? In robot mode and vehicle mode? What is this? I don't even... Uh-oh. I should have said it and not sprayed it. That aside, yes, you can actually make him store his equipment on his back when you don't want him to carry it around. Or you can take this assembly, flip it over so that it's, facing this, way instead of facing back. Peg it in the same way if you can. And now, shoulder guns. Wait a minute. I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here. Didn't Optimus Primal have these gimmicks first? Didn't he? They could be a homage to that too, but I really don't care because it's still cool. And now, lastly, you can just take that assembly all the way off and then fold these out, fold them in, and there! Optimus Prime has his rifle. It doesn't quite look like his old rifle. It does have the fin with the little notches in them. Cat begging. And there's that. And then there's this thing right here. Yeah, if you heard that, I transformed it off camera, but now I'm going to transform it on camera. These parts fold out, and this part here, what does that look like? Oh, it's a handle. It's a gun. A very big gun. Yeah, this is supposed to be his ion rifle, which is Optimus's signature gun. Now he can dual wield. Or if you really want to be ridiculous, you can... this is a little loose and it's kind of sharp for plastic, so... If you really want to be ridiculous... There! Giant two-gun on one-hand mode. Or, if you really want to mix it up, you can take this off. Gimme. Yeah, he's really tight, because I didn't really play with him all that much. And attach it back here. And now he is like a scorpion stinger gun. Or something. Back-mounted turret? Or is this a jetpack? I don't know. Or if you don't really like this gun, because I don't, just fold it up and plug it on his back. And just have him hold the old-fashioned one. And be awesome. Now, as for that thing that I mentioned, his eyes are light-piped. And I do have a little... I got a brand new flashlight, sort of. It was my uncle's. He gave it to me. Press down, the lights come on, but I'll hold that right there. And bring him in nice and close so you can see his eyes do indeed glow blue. And as for his tech specs and bio, oh, and he even has a catchphrase. No sacrifice is too great in the service of freedom. Not quite as awesome as his original catchphrase, of course, but of course, here's the bio. The greatest in a long line of Autobot leaders, Optimus Prime is a beacon of hope to those who suffer under the tyranny of Megatron. He is devoted to the defense of weaker creatures and has dedicated his life to fighting against Megatron, wherever he goes. He's unwavering in his compassion, which sometimes allows his enemies to take advantage of him, but he is also utterly without fear in the face of overwhelming odds. Where freedom is threatened, he is an unstoppable force and a mighty defender of justice and right. That sounds like the Optimus Prime we grew up with, doesn't it? As for his stats, strength 10, intelligence 10, speed 6, endurance 10, rank 10, courage 10, fire blast and or firepower 8, and skill 10. Only 2 of his stats are not perfect 10s anymore. And while I must confess, I don't remember if I have the box for this one or not. I honestly do not remember. That is why I had to read it off of Transform TF Universe from the linked from the Transformers wiki, tfwiki.net. Give them credit. That's where I get my info from. Go visit their stuff if you want to know more. And yeah, this is again, only 2 parts suffer, because usually Prime would have like all 10s. But I guess that is kind of reasonable. He is a truck, which, to be fair, honestly aren't very fast. He is gigantic, bigger than most, meaning his additional mass would slow him down via physics. Though I am kind of surprised that his firepower has been brought down to an 8, considering that he has a double-barreled rifle and a giant ion gun. Yeah, but that all depends on which gun is more powerful and, which gun he prefers to use. The rest of them, yeah, that's pretty acceptable. So, I hope you will enjoy episode 50, and quite possibly one of my favorite Transformer toys of all time. Oh yes! Before I continue onward and end the review, this toy features a rub sign instead of the traditional Autobot or Decepticon insignia. Rub it. I hope it still works, because this one's from 06. Yeah. Let me focus the camera there. Yeah, there it is. His Autobot rub sign. And yeah, it still works. Sweet. And so, this has been another Game Collector Transformers toy review of Classics Optimus Prime for episode 50. My favorite Optimus Prime toy that I have. Oh, wait. And of course, I keep leaving stuff out and catching myself before I end the video. This, again, because it's my favorite, is posability. Shoulder. And a bicep swivel. Elbow joint. And, of course, swivel. He has no wrist movement. His head can turn 360 degrees. And you've seen part of what his legs can do going up. And yes, knee joints. And swivel for the knee, and I suppose you can call that ankles, I guess. But yes, this is, again, the posability is partially what wins me over. Because I didn't have a G1. Oh, I did and I didn't. I had the G2 Optimus, which was the G1 first re-release thing. And yeah, he has the universal 5mm peg handle, so he can hold a variety of little weapons and things. The preferred weapon I like to give him is the Star Saber from Vector Prime from Transformers Cybertron. I'm not going to show that to you right now. You might see it in a later video. I don't know. For now, this is Game Collector, finally checking out after getting all the details. At least I hope I got all of them. See you all next week with another review. Later.